Every family has one. The one who doesn't blend, who doesn't bow, who doesn't bury their truth just to keep the peace. They are called the black sheep. But that term, meant as a quiet condemnation, is often misunderstood. It suggests failure, shame, rebellion for rebellion's sake. But in truth, the black sheep is usually not the weakest one. They're just the most awake. The black sheep is the one who sees the dysfunction and refuses to pretend it's normal. They are the question asker, the cycle breaker, the emotional truth teller in a system built on suppression and silence. And for that, they're labeled difficult. But being the black sheep isn't about being a villain. It's about being unwilling to keep playing a role that was never written for you in the first place. In many families, love is conditional. You are loved if you agree, if you obey, if you don't make anyone uncomfortable. But discomfort is often the first sign of healing, and black sheep bring discomfort by simply being who they are. They speak what others silence. They cry when others numb. They walk away from what others endure. And so, they are quietly, or sometimes loudly, punished. They become the scapegoat, blamed for family rifts they didn't cause, accused of being selfish for setting boundaries, shamed for choosing a path that doesn't match the script everyone else agreed to follow. But here's the thing. The black sheep isn't broken. They are often just different, more sensitive, more awake, more unwilling to carry generational pain like it's a family heirloom. The punishment of the black sheep doesn't always come in the form of anger. Sometimes it's passive, being excluded from group texts, being left out of family events, having your accomplishments ignored while others are endlessly praised. Or it's subtle mockery, smirks when you speak about your dreams, jokes that sting. Weird becomes your label. Too much, too intense, too serious, too sensitive, too dramatic, too different. But what they really mean is, you're a threat to our comfort zone. And if you grow into yourself anyway, if you shine or succeed or heal, some will resent you more. Because your healing highlights their denial. Your boundaries highlight their codependence. Your truth highlights their silence. But black sheep are not just rebels. They are alchemists. They take the pain, shame, and silence passed down from generation to generation, and they do something wild and revolutionary with it. They feel it. They face it. They transform it. They go to therapy. They journal. They cry over things the rest of the family avoids. They ask why. They ask how. They stop pretending. They stop performing. They stop trying to make everyone else feel okay at the expense of their own nervous system. They become the first to stop the bleeding. That kind of courage often comes with loneliness, because healing in a sick system can look like betrayal. And the black sheep often walks that lonely road without a map. The black sheep may leave the family physically, emotionally, or spiritually. They may disappear for years or hover quietly at the edge of every gathering. But from that edge, they often build something the others don't know how to build, a sense of self. They learn how to parent themselves. They learn how to validate their own voice. They build families of choice, friends who see them, partners who respect them, communities that value the truth they speak. And maybe, just maybe, one day, the very ones who cast them out will turn and ask how they did it, because the black sheep, over time, often becomes the most rooted, the most authentic, the most whole, not because they were favored, but because they were forced to grow alone. But let's not romanticize it entirely. Being the black sheep hurts. It hurts to not be understood by the people who raised you. It hurts to be the one who sees what no one wants to talk about. It hurts to love people who cannot or will not meet you in truth. Sometimes you wish you could go back to sleep, to not feel so much, to not see so much, to not know what you know. But you can't unsee truth. You can only honor it. So you carry it. You protect it. You live it. even when it makes you the outsider. Here's the irony. The black sheep is often the one who loves the most deeply. Not passively, not blindly, but fiercely. They love with a desire for truth, for healing, for change. They love the family so much, they'd rather be cast out than be complicit in its pain. They love the legacy so much, they'd rather transform it than repeat it. They love themselves enough to leave when staying would destroy them. That's not weakness, that's courage. If you are the black sheep, know this. You are not broken. You are not bad. You are not a problem to be solved. You are a soul refusing to betray itself for the comfort of others. You were never meant to blend in. You were meant to wake things up. And though the path may be lonely at times, there is strength in your exile. There is power in your pain. And one day you may realize you weren't the black sheep at all. You were the shepherd.